In this lick, we're actually going to play some arpeggios and then use the harmonics as a chance to get to another spot of the fretboard, but also incorporate them into the melody. And that sounds like this. Okay, so we're going to start with your middle finger all the way up on the high E string on the 10th fret. And then what you have to do is you're actually going to use your index and go down to the D string on the 9th. Now what's tricky about this is reaching your pinky all the way up here, right? So we'll have the 3rd finger on the 11th fret of the G, but then you have to reach all the way up to the 14th fret of the B. Now keep in mind, we're not actually going to have to keep these all pressed at the same time. The general rule is to hold down a note as long as you can until you can't anymore, in order to just increase the sustain and the transition between your chords. So what I tend to do here is I'm actually starting with this, and by the time I reach up to here, I'm actually going to use my 1st finger to shift here. And then from there, I'm going to use my pinky all the way up on the 14th fret. Now, what's happening down here is the thumb, index, middle ring. I'm sort of using those to grab the notes on the D, G, B, and E strings. And then from here, right, the middle finger is going to go on the 12th fret, and then on the 11th fret of the D, I'm going to put my 1st finger down from there. And then put your pinky right here. Pinky's going to go on the 14th fret of the B. And now from here, I'm going to go to the 19th fret, right? The 19th fret on the G, 19th fret on the D. So what you have to do here now is use the opportunity of those two ringing out in order to get all the way down here. Okay, so from there, we're going to go from the 19th fret on G, 19th fret on D, and then put your 1st finger on the B string. Okay, and then you're going to put your pinky on the 11 on the G, right? Now we have those two, and this harmonic, we're going to cancel out those harmonics now because we're putting this down. The D may still be ringing out, and that's okay. If not, that's all right, because your open string, E, is going to sustain. Now we get down to this part. So what you want to do is actually go your high E, and then you have the 4th fret with your pinky right here. And what I think is a good idea is to get this ready, because our final chord is going to be this, like that. And so get your 1st finger ready, even though we're not playing it right now. From there, now we're going to go to the 2nd finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the E, and then all the way up to here with your low D, the open D string there to get that nice low note. And then from there, I'm just going to play, which will do the thumb, the index, middle ring on the E, D, G, and B strings. But that F sharp, right, the 2nd fret all the way up on the high E is going to be ringing out while I do that. So you have... Or you can actually add in, if you want to add that extra note in there, that works too. Like that. All right? When we put it together, you want to make sure that these don't feel out of place, but those are actually, you can make them a little bit softer, a little bit louder, depending on how much attack you have when you start the riff. But you don't want to make it sound too separate. You want that to feel very natural to transition from one spot of the fretboard to the other. So now we've gone through that. We're going to try this at 160 beats per minute with a click. We'll do that now.